Alright folks, this is a non-model related video. I'm just sitting around one day and I'm playing around on the internet and I come across a couple of videos and I noticed something. These guys are rare. Okay, let me explain what this is before too long. When I was in high school, I walked in a toy store. It was Toys by Roy. And there's this big glass display case in the back. And it had what they called Godaikins in there. And I was amazed. Okay? One of them was called Go Lion. I'm going to reach across the camera for a second for a reason. Go Lion was this guy. Some of you might actually recognize that. That's Red Lion from Voltron. In Japan it was called Go Lion. I decided at the time I would love to get them, but they were expensive. I couldn't afford it. Okay? As I got older, I forgot about them, and I came across them on the internet one day. I decided I'm going to track down Go Lion. I did. He's in the closet. I'm not getting him out. This is a display piece. This is a piece I can play with. Okay? This is not the Go Lion that's in the closet. Now, the Godaikins are pretty rare because they were expensive. People didn't buy them. So they never made a whole lot of them. What we've got right here is Voltes V. This is one of the more rare Godaikins. Okay? I tracked it down one day. I paid a lot of money for it. More than most of you would pay for something like this. But as Voltes V goes, this thing was dirt cheap. I mean, way dirt cheap. I spent 2 years tracking this thing down, and I wasn't going to spend an awful lot of money on the first thing that came at hand. Big box. You can see this is one big box. This box is not in the best of shape. But what's inside is pure goodness. Let me take off the top of the box, show you what's inside. Now, once I remove the top of the box, what's inside has hardly ever been touched by anyone. Okay? It's the way collectors like these things. Let me take this outer lid off. Voltes V himself has been put together once or twice, but that's about it. No kid played with this thing. Not at all. Okay? Not one kid played with this at all. What I'm going to do is pause the camera, take it off the rack, and go over the top of this thing real quick, and then we will pull Voltes V out of the box and put him together. So back in a bit. Okay. Now, most of Voltes V's parts are still sealed in their packages here. There's no way I'm pulling any of that out. What went here was a piece of string. The string is missing. It was for his spinner top here. You pulled the string and the spinner top came out and it spun. We got his 2 feet. We've got the connectors. They're still sealed in the plastic. We got the 2 swords. I will not be pulling those swords out of this case. They stay there. They have almost no fingerprints on them. I'm not going to get them fingerprinted. We have the bomber jet top. We have the drill missiles. We have the big missiles. We have the small missiles. The 2 shooting fists. And the various parts of Voltes V. So, let me stop the camera, get him out, set him on the desk. Okay, we're going to start with Cruiser 1. That's what it says. This is the command ship for Voltes V. Alright? It has landing gear that fold up and down. They're made out of metal. Most of this thing is metal. Not much of it's plastic, to be honest with you. Just the trim spots are plastic. The crew compartment opens and closes. Okay? And there are missiles that would fit in these spots, and you could fire them. So there's the command ship. It's flopping back and forth because it forms Voltes V's head by pivoting like this. Alright? So let me set that aside. That's part number 1. Part number 2 is the bomber jet. Okay? Here's the bomber jet. This forms his mid-torso and arms. It does have removed folding landing gear on it. And, of course, you can see his arms right there. That's where his giant fists snap into. So you may shoot his fist out. Okay? Crew compartment does not open and close. The jet part comes on and off so you can form Voltes V. Set that part aside. Part number 3, the Panzer. They call this the Panzer. It has bulldozer type thingies on it. I don't know why. have to watch the cartoon to really figure that out. Never saw the cartoon. Missiles fire in and out of here. Treads work. Okay, the treads work. Crew quarters are right there. There is a little bit of wear on the chrome here, but I don't know if that is just age. Probably just age. These do extend and they do pivot. If you pull on them, you may pivot them. Okay? That's to help with the transformation. Because Voltes V, not only did it go in 5 parts, it also formed this big battle tank thing. Alright? So let's set the Panzer aside. This is supposed to be a submarine, as far as I can tell. It does have landing gear that come up and down. These things do come up and down, so for forming Voltes V. And you can move these. The legs do pivot some. Okay, so you can walk him. These form his legs. Push the buttons on the side and things change. Okay, I mean, these things were highly mechanized toys. Let me set that aside. These two, I'm not going to get the connectors out, but these two form his feet. Okay, and they also form car number 5, the Volt Lander. They shoot missiles. The drill missiles fit under here. Okay, so there is the car. Again, I'm not getting the connector to connect the two together to make his feet. What I am going to do next is put together Voltes V. Okay, and that starts by lowering, pushing the button. Oh, come on. Don't go sticking on me. It's sticking simply because I am playing with it on camera. Let me pause the camera. I'm back. I got the feet fixed. It wasn't stuck. I was just pushing it wrong. And I don't want to break this because this is expensive. Now, once you get the feet that way, you take the lander and it snaps. Okay, maybe wrong side. Maybe I got it wrong, going the wrong way. Yes, I had to go in the wrong way. It just snaps right in there. Like that. Okay, something feels wrong about that. Let me pull that off and get something fixed. Because I know that's not right. Yeah, there we go. There. Now we got that taken care of. Let's pull this back. Next up, Voltes V's body. See how that opens? That opens, just snaps right on like that. You take the tank treads, pull them out. Okay, so you do that before you do this. That tells you how often I do this. You take the tank treads, swing them around first. Okay? There we go. So now it just snaps right in there. Then we pull this off. And we're getting his arms. Look up inside here because I'll make sure I put his arms on there the right way. His arms snap in like that. There we go. Then we take his head, snaps on like that, and put his fist in, and we have made Voltes V. Now, this thing weighs about 20 pounds. It is solid metal. It is heavy. Okay? There we go. Now his neck's on there properly. It is heavy, solid metal. Even if this was played with, it would last quite some time with some kids abusing it. You know, I would hate to have a kid swinging this at another kid. He's so big and heavy. Again, I'm not going to get into the swords out because I just don't want to. But you can see there's the Godaikin version of Voltes V. Hopefully you enjoyed that little review.